Good evening, everyone, or I should say, good late evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents a very late edition of Inside Pitch. The 1999 season is on the air. I don't know how many of you guys are going to be here for this game. Today's date is August 26, 99. We are at, for the first time, Tropicana Field, the warehouse, the juice can, one of the worst stadiums in the league, for an American League matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. The White Sox come to this game a record of 65-61. Only 4 games over 500 right now. They are 10 games back behind the Cleveland Indians in the American League Central. The Devil Rays are 61-66, still 5 games under 500, trying to make a late surge, maybe to have a shot, but they got a long way to go. The Boston Red Sox, who right now own second place in the American League East, they're like 14 wins behind them. So Devil Rays just trying to get a win. White Sox trying to stay with the Indians in the AL Central. This is almost a spoiler game, pretty much. But this was not much. There wasn't much on the schedule for August 26th. So I pretty much chose this game for a couple of reasons. A, it's another game with the Devil Rays, and we've not visited Tropicana Field in this season so far. So we're going to come here to the juice can. The Devil Rays historically won this game 9-7. They got 13 hits and no errors. The White Sox had 14 hits and no errors. And but we'll see what happens tonight as Tracy Meehan is first to join us here at Tropicana Field. Do I have and Ben Witz joins us as well. Do I have coffee for this late night game? I'll be fine. Tomorrow is Labor Day. I usually don't work every Monday anyway, but it's not a school night, so I figured, well, let's play some late night baseball. Why not? I was watching a whole bunch of football, and what a great weekend of college football, by the way. For those of you who watch it, I know some of you don't, but for those of you who watch college football, welcome back, college football. Give me more. But let's play some baseball tonight, shall we, here at the Trop. Let's see what happens tonight. Starting pitcher for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays is Dave Eiland. 4 wins, 8 losses, a 5.60 ERA in 99. He had 53 strikeouts and 26 walks that year. Doug Hunt joins us here at Tropicana Field. Upset of the weekend has to be the Seminoles. Yes, I do agree with Doug Hunt. And absolutely, that was the upset of the weekend. We are at Tropicana Field. In 99, this was definitely a pitcher's park. Only 157 home runs, adds 1 to strikeouts, and add 1 to walks. So we will see what happens tonight as we have a good hopefully we'll have a good baseball game. I'm going to try to tone it down tonight since we are at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to try to keep it a little low and maybe just go through the motions. All right. So we'll see what happens tonight, shall we? Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the White Sox, second baseman Ray Durham, 296 average, 13 homers, 60 RBIs in 99. We're going to use blue, white, and blue dice. Devil Rays are the home team. A little late-night baseball on the network. This doesn't happen often. Chuck Rawlings joins us here at Tropicana Field. So let's play a little late-night game, shall we? Eiland, 6-2. It's a blank. Durham, 3-6, and it's a ground at the first base. That'll be handled by Paul Sorrento. And Sorrento will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. Next batter, the shortstop, Mike Caruso, 250 average, 2 homers, 35 RBIs in 99. Eiland, 4-4, strikeout, no. Caruso, 3-5, ground out to second base. That'll be Miguel Cairo getting to that. And he'll toss it over for out number 2. And the next batter is the designated hitter, the Big Hurt, Frank Thomas, Hall of Famer. Yeah. 305 average, 15 homers, 77 RBIs. One of the lower seasons, he only hit 15 bombs that year. But yeah, Frank Thomas is one of the greatest home run hitters ever. Eiland, 2-6. Pitcher result. That 4 is going to be a base hit past the pitcher. That'll be a single for Thomas, and he'll hit that. And Thomas will reach first on the base hit. Next up, the right fielder, Maglio Ordonez, 301 average, 30 homers, 117 RBIs that year. Yeah, their colors really were yellow and green, but these are the colors that although their away uniforms were kind of like this, but yeah, these are the colors that Chris went with. Thomas had 3 steals, not getting one here. Eiland, 3-4, strikeout 10, that will miss. Ordonez, 3-4, it's a fly to left. That'll be handled by Bubba Trammell, and he'll make the catch. Retire the side. No runs and a hit for the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Chicago White Sox tonight is John Snyder. I don't know much about him, and he didn't have a great year in 99. 9 wins, 12 losses, a 6.68 ERA that season. 67 strikeouts, 49 walks. Bottom of the first. Leading off for the Devil Rays, second baseman Miguel Cairo, 295 average, 3 homers, 36 RBIs that year. Snyder, 5-5, range play at the park. Tropicana field, 3-2, base hit past second, but it's a range play for Durham. His range is a 2, that's a 4, he won't get it, and Cairo will make first. Leadoff single for Cairo. Here's the center fielder, Terrell Lowry, 259 average, 2 homers, 17 RBIs that year. Yep, no relation whatsoever, exactly. I wasn't going to ask because I already knew that, Chuck. Strategy roll for Cairo, and he is staying put. Snyder, 3-1, strikeout 12, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for Snyder, and 1 down. Next batter is the third baseman, Hall of Famer, Wade Boggs. Yes, one of the greatest of all time. 301 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs in 99. Strategy roll for Cairo. He'll stay put. Snyder, 2-6, strikeout. That will be high. Boggs, 1-5, base hit right past first. Is that going to move Cairo? I think the answer is going to be yes, it will. Cairo will make it to third, and Boggs is the first. So a base hit for Boggs, and that will move the runner over. So now runners at the corners, and here comes the designated hitter, Jose Canseco. Hall of Famer? No. Should he be put in there? If they ever did put Canseco in there, I probably wouldn't have an argument. 279 average, though. 34 bombs, 95 RBIs in 99. Canseco, of course, blackballed by pretty much the entire league. Runners at first and second, and they're going to have the corners in. They're going to play. Canseco doesn't hit into many double plays, so corners in. So if it hits first or third, the play would be at the plate. Strategy roll, nothing on the 19. Snyder will pitch. Snyder, 6-1, error on a throw. Canseco, 6-5. That's going to be a double into right field. Now that's going to score Cairo. And a right fielder for the White Sox is Ordonez. His error rating a 2. There won't be a throwing error. So it's normal runner advancement. Boggs, let's see, 2-4 on a double. And a 2-4 advances of his base running rating is 4-6. It's a 2. He'll hold at third. Canseco holds at second, and the Devil Rays get a quick 1-0 lead on an RBI double by Jose. Clay baseball fan joins us here at Tropicana Field. Next up for the Devil Rays will be the first baseman, Paul Sorrento, 235 average, 11 homers, 42 RBIs. Infield now will play in. Florida State didn't lose. Florida State beat Alabama. That was the upset of the week. And Alabama did not look good. And Peter DeBoer, he may not be the coach of that team at the end of this year. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Snyder will pitch. Snyder, 6-3, home run chance, 16 is going to miss. Sorrento, 1-6. It's a base hit to left field. That'll score Boggs. Single to left. Canseco coming from second. Single from second. 2-1. That should bring him in. And let's see, a 2-1. Yep, advances the trailing runner. So Canseco will come around and score. Sorrento has a base running rating of 2, and because that is a 2, Sorrento is also going to make it to third. That's going to be a triple instead, and an RBI. 2-0 Devil Rays. Stadium cheers. Yay! Actually, 2 runs come in. It's now 3-0 on an RBI, on a 2 RBI triple by Sorrento. So Sorrento gets in a couple more runs. And now the left fielder, Bubba Trammell, 290 average, 14 homers, 39 RBIs. Infield still playing in, still only 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Devil Rays already have a 3-0 lead on the White Sox. Strategy roll, nothing on 17. Snyder, 1-3 at the park. Tropicana field, 4-6, and that's going to be a double into center field. And the Devil Rays are coming out swinging. That'll be Trammell will get to second base, and the Devil Rays now have a 4-0 lead. Snyder may not make it out of the inning. Stadium cheers. Yay! As you can tell, the voice is a little bit down. Here's the right fielder, Jose Guillen, 253 average, 3 homers, 31 RBIs. Midlife Crisis joins us here for some late baseball at Tropicana Field. Infield now back. Strategy roll, and Trammell will stay where he is. Snyder, 5-5, range play at the park. Tropicana Field, 5-6. Fly ball left field, that's going after Carlos Lee. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop in, and that is going to be a double into left field. Trammell will come around to score. Guillen will hold at second base. It's now 5-0 Devil Rays. Stadium cheers. Yay. So Guillen on at second, now 5-0 Devil Rays. And here's the shortstop, Tony Graffinino, 315 average, 2 homers, 19 RBIs. The Devil Rays historically won this game 9-7. There were 16 runs scored in this game. Strategy roll, nothing on the 10. Snyder, 6-4, wild pitch, possible pass ball. Brooke Fordyce's pass ball rating is a 2, and that's going to bounce off his chest. Guillen will go to third. Now Graffinino will swing. 5-4, and it's a base hit to center field, and just nothing going right for Snyder in this ball game. As Graffinino smacks a single, it's now 6-0 Devil Rays. Stadium cheers. Yay! So Graffinino gets an RBI single, and that's it for Snyder. That is so it for Snyder. He can't even get out the first inning, and the White Sox are going to go to the bullpen. That'll bring up the catcher, Mike DeFelice, 307 average, 6 homers, 27 RBIs. And in this situation, I'll usually bring in a pitcher from the back end. And coming in to pitch for the White Sox is going to be James Baldwin. 12 wins, 13 losses, a 5.10 ERA, 123 strikeouts, 80 walks in 99. So Snyder leaves with the L, and Baldwin will come in to pitch, and he can pitch to 8. So it's going to be one of these. This is going to be one of these games. 1 out still, bottom of the first, 6-0 Devil Rays. Strategy rolls, believe it or not, are still on. Graffinino will stay put. Baldwin, the new pitcher, 5-4, strikeout, no. DeFelice, 1-3 against the righty. It's a ground ball to first. 1-1-1. That double play. Shortstop, pivot, Caruso, 0. Only a 1 will be a double play. They won't get it. Graffinino will be thrown out, and DeFelice will take over. That is out number 2. on the fielder's choice. Next up is Cairo. He started the inning off with a base hit. Barbara joins us here, the lovely Barbara, at Tropicana Field for some late night baseball. It's going to be one of those games already. Strategy roll, DeFelice will stay at first. Baldwin, 4-1, it's a blank. Cairo, 6-1, grounded to first. That'll get picked up by Konerko. He's going to take it to the bag himself, and that's going to end the inning mercifully. 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits for the Devil Rays. 6-0 after 1. White Sox. At one point, the White Sox led the American League Central. They went on a very bad slump, and now they're only 4 games above 500. They need to win games to have a still shot to make the postseason. If you finish in second place, but you're 500 or lower, you do not get in. Top of the second, leading off for the White Sox is the first baseman, Paul Konerko. 294 average, 24 homers, 81 RBIs in 99. Eiland, 5-4. It's a blank. Konerko, 4-3 against a righty. It's a ground out to third, and Boggs will handle that one. Here's the center fielder, Chris Singleton, 300 average, 17 homers, 72 RBIs that season. Eiland, 5-4, it's a blank. Singleton, 5-5, that's a grounder to third. Once again handled by Boggs. And Boggs will toss it over, 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Carlos Lee, 293 average, 16 homers, 84 RBIs. Eiland, 6-1, it's a blank. Lee, 2-5, and against a righty, it's a grounder to second this time. Miguel Cairo will get that, take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the White Sox. That is so demoralizing. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Terrell Lowry leads off for Tampa Bay. We are here at the warehouse at Tropicana Field, where a ball hitting the D ring is a home run and hitting the A ring is a single. Baldwin, 2-5, strikeout. That will just miss. Lowry, 1-2, popped out to short. Easy play for Caruso. And that is the first out. Next batter is Boggs. Boggs got a base hit his first time up. Pitch from Baldwin. Baldwin, 1-2, strikeout, no. Boggs, a 3-6, a ground out to second. Handled by Ray Durham. Over to first it goes. And now Canseco. Canseco got a double his first time up. Baldwin with the pitch. 3-3, strikeout, 12, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning is over. That is the second strikeout for that's actually the first strikeout really for Baldwin. And 1, 2, 3 go the Devil Rays. So Snyder just definitely didn't have it. 6-0 Devil Rays though after 2. In this spoiler game, which really is a spoiler game. Top of the third, let's see. Eiland can pitch to 20. Not many of them. Okay. And let's see. Leading off for the White Sox is the third baseman, Greg Norton. 255 average, 16 homers, 50 RBIs in 99. Eiland, 4-3, range play at the park. The Trop, 5-3, ground ball to third. The ball was at the Boggs. Boggs in 99 was horrible. His range is a 1. And he's not getting that. And that's going to be a base hit. Norton will get a single. And the White Sox get a man on. Here's the catcher, Brooke Fordyce. 297 average, 9 homers, 49 RBIs in 99. Respectable. Strategy rolls, believe it or not, are still on. And Norton staying put. Eiland, 2-6. Pitcher result, that 9 against a righty is going to be a base hit. And that is going to be a base hit past third. Norton will hold at second base. And that'll be a single for Fordyce. So now the White Sox trying to get something going. As you know, I'm using the D20 now for the star line instead of D6s. Make it a little bit more interesting. from the inside pitch advanced. This is kind of like playing inside pitch semi-advanced. Runners at first and second. Here's Durham. White Sox have a chance maybe now to try to get some runs back. Durham is 0 for 1. Mike Silva joins us here at Tropicana Field. Long time no see. Mike Silva, by the way, for those of you who don't know who this guy is, and for those of you who play out of the park baseball or action PC baseball, Mike Silva is he is the official construction engineer of PC baseball. He makes stadiums. He makes ballparks. That's what this guy does. So he is the official construction engineer for computerized baseball. That's my title for him, and he is also the construction director for the network. And SGJ Jamie joins us here at Tropicana Field. Yes, exactly. So Mike Silva is our official construction engineer. Norton on at second, Fordyce on at first, strategy roll, and nothing on the 18. Eiland, 1-2, walk. That's ball 4. He walked Durham. So now the White Sox got something to go on here. Interesting about the new version. Mike Silva, if you haven't had a chance, just download the beta for Inside Pitch Advanced. I think you'll fall in love with it. So now the White Sox have bases loaded. First walk given up by Eiland. Bases loaded here in the top of the third. Here's Mike Caruso. Devil Rays have a 6-0 lead, but this may not last much longer. Infield staying at double play depth. Strategy roll, nothing on the 3. Eiland will pitch. Eiland, 1-3, strikeout. That'll be high. Caruso, 4-4, and it's a base hit to right field. And the White Sox are on the board. Norton will score. Fordyce is coming from second. Will he make it? A 4-3, second to home, and holds if the arm is 0 to -2. Right fielder for Tampa Bay is Guillen. He has a -1. Fordyce will hold. So holds of 0 to -2. So Fordyce will hold at third base, but the White Sox are on the board at 6-1 with still no one out here in the top of the third. RBI single by Caruso. And now here's one guy that can go ahead and make this game interesting, and that's the Big Hurt. Thomas got a single his first time up. So now 6-1. Here come the White Sox. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 14. Eiland. 3-2. It's a blank. Thomas. 4-1. And that is a ground ball to third. The infield is back, so they're trying for a double play. 3-2-3. Second base pivot. Cairo. +1 is a 4. They got it. Side retired. 6-4-3 double play. 1 run, 3 hits and a walk. White Sox probably should have gotten more, but they're going to have to be happy with the 1 run as Frank Thomas grounds out into the twin killing. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Do I have to buy all the seasons again? Well, right now, I'm probably going to buy all his seasons again, but right now, Mike, it's going to be a while before he gets as many seasons for Inside Pitch Advanced as he does for Inside Pitch. All right. We're still waiting on 2003 and 2006 for Inside Pitch, which Chris promised me should be out by the end of September. And then he will have all seasons in Inside Pitch from 56 to 2024. The 3 seasons that are going to come out first for Inside Pitch Advanced are going to be 1978, 1984, and 2024. He will get to work on those seasons because I told him, if you want this game to take off, you have got to get seasons out. Specifically, seasons that everybody wants to play. So he may start with a poll and ask people which season he'd like to do next. He also did promise me, however, that after my season selection show coming up in, when I'm about to end the 99 year, okay, whatever season comes up, he can make it for me in Inside Pitch Advanced within the couple of months that he'll have, okay, because I'm not going to start my next season until January 5th of 2026. He'll have plenty of time. Bottom of the third, Paul Sorrento leads off for the Devil Rays. He got a triple his first time up. Baldwin, 3-5. That's a blank. Sorrento. 4-5. Base hit center field. Devil Rays are just hitting them where they ain't. Single for Sorrento. Next batter is Trammell. Trammell got a double his first time up. MV joins us here at Tropicana Field. Greetings from the UK. An honor from anytime I have anybody from the UK, it's always great. And yes, MV, it is good to see you again, sir. Infield a double play. Sorrento wanted first. Strategy rolls is on still. And nothing on the 4, no. Baldwin, 5-5. Wild pitch. It's a blank. Trammell, 4-1. That's fly to center field. That'll be handled by Singleton. And he'll make that play for out number 1. Next batter is Guillen. He's on from Monday Morning Baseball. Yeah, I know. Tomorrow's Labor Day. I'm off. I would normally be off anyway. This is not a school night for me. And after watching some great football this weekend, including my Canes holding out over Notre Dame, which is always a good. Can anybody here agree with me that anytime Notre Dame loses is a good day in college football? So here's Guillen. Infield a double play depth. Strategy roll still. And nothing on the 15. Baldwin will pitch. And I'm losing dice everywhere. How about that? It's going to be one of those nights where I can't hold on to my dice. Where did this one go now? Jeez. Okay. Want to be that way? Fine. Where it is, I'll just grab that one for now. Jeez. 5-6. Error on a throw. Guillen, 3-2. That's a fly ball to center field. That'll be handled by Singleton again. And Singleton's got it for out number 2. Baldwin is tired. He's going to stay out there and pitch as long as he can. Here's Graffinino. Graffinino got a single his first time up. Although Holtz is one of the GOATs. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But yes, I 100% hate Notre Dame. That's why you and I get along great. Strategy, nothing on the 16. Baldwin, 5-1. That's a walk plus. He'll walk Graffinino. So right now the White Sox are just having a rough time here in this ball game. 6-1 Devil Rays. There's DeFelice. He's 0 for 1. 2 men down. Bottom of the 3rd, 6-1 Devil Rays in a spoiler game pretty much here on August 26th. Strategy roll, nothing on the 12. Baldwin, 5-4, strikeout, 15 will be high. DeFelice, 3-3, that's a fly ball to center field, and that will be Singleton. And Singleton's going to make all 3 putouts in this inning, and that'll do it. No runs, a hit, and a walk. Still 6-1 Devil Rays after 3. For some very late baseball. We go to the top of the 4th. Yeah, not a good start from Manning either. But to his credit, though, he did go up probably against the best team in college football, and that's Ohio State. We go to the top of the 4th, 6-1 Devil Rays. And it will be Maglio Ordonez leading off for the White Sox. And he's 0 for 1. He did go to the horseshoe. That's a rough way to start your career. At the shoe at Ohio State. I'll give him a hall pass. And they only lost by 7. Eiland, 4-5 at the park. Tropicana Field, 1-4. And that is a grounder to 3rd. Boggs will take care of that and throw it over. Here's Konerko. Konerko is 0 for 1. Eiland will pitch. Eiland, 5-3, range play. Konerko, 3-1, base hit left field, but it's a range play for Bubba Trammell. His range was a 2. He's got it, 2 outs. Take a single away from Konerko, and that will be a fly out to left. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Here's Singleton. Yeah, consider that a victory in essence, exactly. Singleton is 0 for 1. That LSU Clemson game was a lot of fun to watch. College football is just college football. I hate the NFL, but I love my Dolphins. But college football is great. College football is one of the greatest things on earth. Eiland, 1-2, walk, 20 is high. Singleton, 2-6, popped out to third base. And Boggs is going to go ahead and get that. And he'll make the play. Retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Chi Sox. Bottom of the fourth coming up. Is that going to be it for Baldwin? Let's see. Top of the order for the Devil Rays. There's Miguel Cairo. Fourth inning. I'm going to see if I can get Baldwin to go one more inning here. Baldwin's tired, but he says he can do it, Coach. He's a starter. Cairo is 1 for 2. Baldwin, 4-5, walk, 16 is high. Cairo, 3-2, fly ball to left field. Carlos Lee will grab that one for the out. Here's Lowry. Baldwin with the pitch. Baldwin 4-1, it's a blank. Lowry, 2-4, and that's a ground ball to third. Boggs making a lot of plays so far today. And after that play, Lowry will be 0 for 2. Actually, not Boggs. Norton makes the play. Here's Boggs. Boggs is 1 for 2 with a single. 2 men down. Bottom of the fourth. 6-1 Devil Rays already. Pitch from Baldwin. 2-6. It's at the park. Tropicana Field. 2-6. And that's going to be fly ball to right. And Ordonez will grab that over there. And he will make the catch and retire the side. James Baldwin has done a heck of a job coming in for Snyder, who couldn't get nobody out. And Baldwin has only scattered 1 hit over 3 innings. 6-1 Devil Rays after 4. David Lando joins us here at Tropicana Field. You hear you're missing the party in here. A little late baseball, David Lando, and it is great to see you here, sir. Carlos Lee leads off for the Chi Sox. He's 0 for 1. Not a bad crowd for a late night game. After watching some college football, I thought I would still go ahead and roll. But how bad do I hate Notre Dame and Ohio State that bad? Eiland will pitch. Eiland, 4-4, strikeout 9, called strike 3 on Lee. And that's going to be that's only the first strikeout for Eiland, 1 out. As we play here at the juice can, here's Norton. Norton got a single his first time up. Eiland will pitch. Eiland, 1-1 against the switch left. That's a walk plus. That will be ball 4. So Norton will trot to first. Second time he's on base. Not really using my full announcer voice that I usually do since it is kind of late. So here's Fordyce. Fordyce got a single his first time up. Infield set for double play. Strategy roll for Norton, and he will get the steal sign, but down 5 runs, you're not even thinking about it. Eiland, 4-4, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck a mow. And that's out number 2. Second K for Eiland, 2 down. And now here's Durham. Durham is 0 for 1 with a walk. Norton on at first, 2 away, top of the 5th, 6-1 Devil Rays. And Norton is going to stay where he is. Eiland, 6-5 against the switch left. That's a walk plus, and that will walk Durham. So once again, the White Sox are going to have a couple of runners on base here with 2 outs. Second time Durham has walked. Caruso, the batter. Caruso's 1 for 2. Got a single his last time up. Still 2 outs. White Sox at 65 and 61. They are 10 games back of the Indians in first, behind first in the AL Central. White Sox, if they're going to finish in second, they must have a winning record, and they've not been doing well recently in the ticker. Norton at second, Durham at first. Strategy, nothing on the 12. Eiland, 1-3, strikeout. That will be high. Caruso, a 4-3, and that is a grounder to short. Easily picked up there by Graffinino. He's going to throw to first to get Caruso. And that will end the inning. Nothing across except a couple of walks. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Dave Eiland is now tired, but we'll see if he'll probably stay in the game with a 5-run lead, at least for now. New pitcher coming in for the White Sox. Baldwin is done. And let's see. Leading off for the Devil Rays, it will be Jose Canseco. And they got right, left, right coming up. So the White Sox will bring in a righty. It's the fifth inning. So now I could go probably with the main relievers, possibly. Or to want to stick with the pitchers there. Probably fifth inning. Coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Carlos Castillo. 2 wins, 2 losses, a 5.71 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 13 walks, and 99. He can pitch to 9. As they're going to let him pitch here. You're down 5 runs, but we'll see what happens. So Jose Canseco will go up against Castillo here. Tim. Castillo, 5-2, error on a grounder. Canseco, 2-6. Nope, that's a fly to right. Maglio Ordonez will get to that, and that's a first out. Here's Sorrento. Sorrento is 2 for 2, a triple and a single. Castillo, 5-5 against the lefty. It's blank. Sorrento, 1-4, base hit. He'll hit that one pass first, and the Devil Rays. That's the third time that Sorrento has been on base. He has had a good night so far. Now 3 for 3. Here's Trammell. Trammell 1 for 2. Infield set for double play. Strategy rolls are still on. And nothing on the 4. Castillo, 1-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out. That's a 10. That's going to be a fly to center field. Easy play for Singleton. And that's out number 2. And now Guillen. Guillen is 1 for 2. For those of you who haven't checked out Inside Pitch Advanced yet, please download the free demo from the Delphi forums. I really think you're going to like that game. Sereno on it first, strategy roll again, and nothing on the 4. And man, I tell you, that's what happens when you play late night baseball. When you play late night baseball. Nothing seems to work. Nice going all over the place. All right, everything's prepared. Let's play. Castillo, 4-3 against the righty. Strikeout 10. That's a called strike 3 on Guillen, and the inning will end there. Nice job by Castillo. No runs and a hit. Since the first inning, the Devil Rays have only gotten 2 hits, as the White Sox pitchers after Snyder have done a great job. 6-1 Devil Rays after 5. Top of the 6th, Dave Eiland. He is tired. They're going to see if they can get one more inning out of him. The Big Hurt leads off. Frank Thomas is 1 for 2. 6-1, White Sox trying to do something against this lead. Eiland, 4-6, range play. Thomas, 2-5. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Graffinino. His range is a 3. He's not going to get it. It'll be a base hit. Thomas will get a single, and we'll see what the White Sox can do with that. Ordonez is next. Infield set for double play. Strategy rolls are now off. Pitcher versus batter. Eiland, 2-2 against the righty. It's blank. Ordonez, 2-4. Base hit right past short. Thomas does not have any speed. He's mud. He'll hold it second. Now here come the White Sox. Runners at first and second. No one out. Here's Konerko. Konerko is 0 for 2. Dave Gilligan's Eiland. There you go. Infield still set for double play. Eiland still on the mound, trying to see if he can get through this inning. Devil Ray bullpen is now warming up. Eiland will pitch. Eiland, 5-6, error on a throw. Konerko, 4-5. That's a ground ball to third. That's a grounder to third, and third base is Boggs. His error rating is a 12. That's a 15. He will not make an error. Now, there still could be an error on the pivot rating, but we'll find out first if it's a possible double play. So 3, and since it was hit to third, I got to see what it's going to be. That is a 4, and that is going to be right at the third baseman. So it can only be a 3-2-1 double play. So let's see. 3-2-3. Second base pivot Cairo +1 is a 4. No. So the throw goes to second. There will not be a relay to first. No chance of a double play. So Thomas is out. So Thomas goes to third. Ordonez is out at second. Konerko reaches first. And that is a fielder's choice. So they get the force out, and that's all they'll be. There will not be a return throw to first. So I could still do the thing if they get the relay, but it would not have been a double play. If it was a double play possibility, then I would have thrown. But they do get the out. So that is a fielder's choice. 1 down now, and the batter is Singleton. Singleton is 0 for 2. Infield still back at double play depth, but now 1 out. Eiland trying to get out this inning. He is tired. Fatigue results could come into play, but you're also the Devil Rays are just trying to get a win here in front of the crowd. Eiland, 5-3, range play. Singleton, 4-4. Line drive to first. That ball is hit to Sorrento, and his range is a 1, but he's holding the runner on, and his infield, he's in, okay, so he's not going to make the range play. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to be a 4, and that's going to go right down the line, and then that's going to be a double. Frank Thomas will come around to score. Konerko will hold at third. Singleton holds at second. It's now 6-2. Only 2 bases on that kind of double. So now the White Sox have runners at second and third. RBI double for Singleton. And now the batter is Lee, and that will be it for Eiland. He will come out. Did a good job, though. Eiland will leave with the W. We'll see a new pitcher for the Devil Rays here. Now the infield will play in, and we'll see what they got. Got a righty, switch. I think they'll bring on a righty. Let's see if they're going to go on here. Coming on to pitch for the Devil Rays is going to be Rick White. 5 wins, 3 losses, 4.08 ERA, 81 strikeouts, 33 walks, and 99. So Rick White will come on to pitch for the Devil Rays here. Infield is in. 6-2 now. Strategy rolls are back on. And nothing on the 3. White will pitch to Lee. White, 6-5, strikeout, got him. He gets Lee, struck him out, and that is out number 2. White can pitch to 8. And now here's Norton. Norton is 1 for 1, singled and walked. But now 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 14. White will pitch. White, 6-1, strikeout, barely missed. Norton, 4-5, and Norton's going to go ahead get the White Sox closer. That's going to be a double to left. Konerko will come in to score. Singleton will come in to score. Norton will hold at second base. It is now 6-4. Stadium groans. 2 RBI double by Greg Norton gets the White Sox closer. Now it's 6-4. And now the batter is Fordyce. Fordyce is 1 for 2. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Now the White Sox are now only 2 runs back. Strategy rolls are back. Nothing on the 15. White will pitch. White, 2-1, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck them out. The inning is over, but the White Sox get runs. 3 runs on 4 hits and a fielder's choice. It's now a 6-4 game. This game has once again gotten interesting. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Tony Graffinito leads off for the Devil Rays. 1 for 1, singled and walked. Castillo will continue to pitch. at least for the White Sox in this inning. Castillo, 3-1, strikeout, swing and a miss. Hill got Graffinino, struck him out. Second strikeout for Castillo, 1 out. And now DeFelice. DeFelice is 0 for 2. White Sox were down 6-0. It is now a 6-4 game. Castillo, 3-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field. Handled by Singleton. And that's out number 2. Cairo is next. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Devil Rays have scored 6 runs on 7 hits in the first inning. Since then, no runs on 2 hits the rest of the way. Castillo, 2-4, strikeout. That'll be high. Cairo, 3-1 against the righty. It's a grounder to short. Caruso will get to that one. He'll take his time, throw it over. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Devil Rays. It's 6-4 now after 6. Could this turn into a Game of the Year candidate? We go to the top of the 7th. Ray Durham leads off for the White Sox. He is 0 for 1, but has walked twice. Rick White is going to pitch. White will go ahead and pitch. Fans here at Tropicana Field, the ones that decide to show up at this warehouse, are here still hoping for a win. White, 5-4, range play at the park. Tropicana Field, 2-1. Double to right field. Going after that is Jose Guillen. His range is a 2. Nope, it'll be a double. Durham will go ahead and slide into second base. So now the tying run is at the plate for the White Sox. Here comes Caruso. Caruso 1 for 3. The fans here at the Trop wondering, hey, we had a 6-0 lead. What's going on? Strategy roll. Nothing happening on 9. Durham stays put. White will pitch. White, 1-2, strikeout. That will miss. Caruso, 1-4, and that's fly to right field. That'll be handled by Guillen, and that is out number 1. Durham, he's got very good speed. Let's see if he'll go to third. 1-6, and 1-6, he's going to hold. So Durham will go ahead and hold at second base. Wasn't deep enough. And now there's 1 out. And here comes the big hurt. The big hurt, 2 for 3, 2 singles. White will go ahead and pitch to him. Strategy, nothing on the 11. White will deal. White, 3-1, strikeout. He got the big hurt. 2 men down. A chance now for Ordonez. Ordonez is 1 for 3 with a single. 2 away, 6-4 Devil Rays. White Sox trying to come back here after being down 6-0. Strategy, nothing on the 12. White will deal. White, 1-3, error on a grounder. Ordonez, 5-5. Nope, it's a line drive right to first. Sorrento puts up the glove, pop, and that'll end the inning. No runs and a hit for the White Sox. They're still trailing by 2. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we got 10-minute ticker still coming up after tonight's game. I know Chuck Rawlings is not going to miss tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be August 29th. It'll be the final game of the month of August. The pennant race is right around the corner. We will be at Tiger Stadium as the Baltimore Orioles will take on the Detroit Tigers. The Orioles is the only team I haven't done in this block, in this playoff block, so I have to get them on the board. Jason Johnson will be going for the Orioles, and C.J. Nitkowski will be on the mound for the Tigers. We also haven't been to Tiger Stadium in this season yet, so we'll pay it a visit. Baltimore at Detroit. That'll be tomorrow night here on the network. The final game for the month of August as we're about to go into the pennant race. So I know Chuck Rawlings will not miss a Tigers game. Bottom of the seventh here. Terrell Lowry leads off for Tampa Bay. Castillo is coming out of the game. White Sox are now going to go to a little stronger pitcher here. Lowry is 0 for 3. They got right, left, and right. Coming on to pitch for the White Sox is going to be Bill Seamus. 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 saves, 3.75 ERA and 99. 41 strikeouts, 26 walks. Bottom of the 7th, 6-4 Devil Rays. There were 16 runs historically scored in this game. We got 10 of them. Seamus, 4-3. It's a blank. Lowry, 3-6. Powers one into center field. That's a 2. That's going to be a double. Lots of doubles tonight. So Lowry will go ahead and lead off with a 2-bagger. And that'll be a double for him. Seamus can pitch to 5. And now the batter is Boggs. Boggs is 1 for 3. Yep, the final Tiger Stadium season before they move into Comerica Park. Strategy roll, nothing for Lowry. Seamus, 1-1, strikeout, that'll miss. Boggs, a 3-5, and it's a base hit to right field. Well, that might have taken care of the rally. Lowry's base running rating is a 3. Will he score? Single to right, 1-2, and he advances. If his base running rating is a 2-6, it's a 3. He will. Lowry will score. RBI single by Boggs. It's now 7-4 Devil Rays. Stadium cheers. Yay! Now runners are on first. Here's Canseco. Canseco is 1 for 3. Infield now with double play. Devil Rays now have a 7-4 lead. Strategy roll still, and nothing on the 14. Seamus, 1-2 against a righty. Home run result. And that's a 20. And against Canseco, he has a 20. And, well, as I said, there goes the rally. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Jose Canseco. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two-run bomb by Canseco. We had 34 of them that year. Very capable of hitting one out. And now it's a 9-4 game. So Bill Seamus comes in there, pitches Canseco a meatball, and he turns that into lasagna. And here's Sorrento. Sorrento was 3 for 3, a triple and 2 singles. And it looks like the White Sox are going to probably have to mail it in the rest of this game. 9-4 Devil Rays. Seamus with the pitch. 1-3, it's a blank. Sorrento, 1-6, it's a base hit to left field. And that'll be another hit. 4th straight hit. Sorrento is now 4 for 4, and Seamus is yanked as he can't do anything. So another pitcher coming in for the White Sox. Still nobody out in this inning. Trammell is next. And the White Sox will go to someone else. And they're going to go with Keith Folk. 3 wins, 3 losses, 9 saves, a 2.22 ERA. He had 123 strikeouts, 17 walks, and 99. So Folk will now be the next pitcher, and he can pitch to 6. Maybe he'll do something here because Seamus was not even effective. Infield a double play, now 9-4 Devil Rays. Strategy rolls are off. Folk, 3-1, automatic out, and that's going to be a fly to right. Handle easy there by Ordonez, and that will be the first out. Next batter is Guillen. Guillen is 1 for 3 with a double. Sorrento on at first. Folk will pitch. 4-4, strikeout plus, and that 18 will get Guillen. Struck him out. 2 down. And now Graffinino. Graffinino is 1 for 2, singled and walk. Sorrento on at first. Devil Rays now have a 9-4 lead. Folk, 3-3. Home run chance. 18 is high. Graffinino, 2-3. And it's fly to right deep. Very deep fly to right field. But Ordonez is going to go to the track. He will have room. And he's going to make the catch. Retire the side. 3 runs, 4 hits. A 2-run bomb by Jose Canseco. 9-4 Devil Rays after 7. On to the 8th. Paul Konerko leads off for the White Sox. He is 0 for 3. White coming out of the game. That'll be it for him. And the Devil Rays are going to the bullpen. And they got 2 righties and a lefty coming up. Coming on to pitch for the Devil Rays is going to be Albie Lopez. 3 wins, 2 losses, a save, a 4.64 ERA, 37 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 99. Now a 9-4 Devil Ray lead. The Devil Rays did score 9 runs in this game historically. So far, inside pitch agrees. Lopez, 4-2. It's a blank. Konerko, 2-4. Powered into center field. That's an 11. It's going to stay up there. Easy play for Lowry. He's going to have room. He'll make the catch. It's out number 1. And Lopez can pitch to 6. So 1 out there. And here's Singleton. So 1 for 3 is Singleton. Lopez. 1-2. Walk plus 19. No, that's going to be too high. Singleton is a 4. Plus 10 is 14. Plus 1 is 15. He will not walk. Singleton, 3-1, and he's going to fly to right. Maybe should have just held on to it. He swung at ball 4, and right fielder Guillen is going to make the catch. And that's out number 2. And now the batter is Lee. Lee is 0 for 3. Lopez will deal. Lopez, 5-4. That's at the park. Tropicana Field, 5-5. That's a single. He'll hit that one past short, and Lee keeps the inning going. Single for Lee, and the next batter is Norton. Norton, Norton. Norton is 2 for 2. Single, doubled, and walked. Strategy rolls are off. Lee stays at first. Lopez will pitch. 1-4, strikeout, 8. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, and the inning is over. No runs and a hit for the White Sox. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Keith Folk will stay put. He'll stay on the mound. Mike DeFelice leads off for the TB Devil Rays. He's 0 for 3. 9-4 Devil Rays in this late night game of baseball. Folk will pitch. Folk, 4-4, strikeout plus, and he'll get DeFelice. That's the first out. I'll now bring up Cairo. Cairo is 1 for 4. Has a single. Folk, 2-3. Strikeout. 18 will be high. Cairo, 6-6. It's a base hit. Cairo slaps that into center field. And they have a 1-out base runner. And now the batter is Lowry. Lowry is 1 for 4 with a double. Infield set for double play. Folk lining up Lowry. The fans here at the Trop Right now, we're enjoying a 9-4 lead. Folk, 4-3, strikeout plus. He'll get Lowry. And that'll be another strikeout for Folk. He's got 3 of them, and now 2 down. Folk is tired. He says, I can pitch, coach. Here comes Boggs. Boggs 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Cairo on at first. Folk will deal. 4-3, strikeout plus, swing and a miss, struck him out. Nice job by Folk. Strikes out the side, even though giving up a base hit. No runs and a hit for the White Sox, for the Devil Rays, and they got a 9-4 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? On to the 9th. It's a 5-run lead. Albie Lopez can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. Brooke Fordyce is the leadoff batter, and he'll swing. They're going to see if Lopez can get the hold. Roberto Hernandez is warming up in the Devil Ray bullpen just in case. Lopez, 5-4 at the park. Tropicana Field, 1-5. Ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Sorrento. He'll take it to the bag himself, 1 away. Here's Durham. Lopez is tired. He says, I can do it, coach. Durham is 1 for 2, doubled and walked twice. Lopez, 1-5, possible error. Durham, 2-2, fly ball left field. Going after that is Trammell. His error rating is a 2. That's a 16. 2 down. He'll make the catch. And now the last chance for the White Sox is Mike Caruso. He is 1 for 4. White Sox down 9-4 here in the top of the 9th. Chasing the Indians, but the White Sox have been losing a lot of games lately. They got to stay above 500 in order to get in. Lopez will pitch. Lopez, 5-2, strikeout 3, swing and a miss. Right out. That's your game. Devil Rays will go ahead and take care of business against the White Sox tonight, 9-4. Stadium cheers. Yay! So a nice win for the Devil Rays as they'll give the White Sox a loss. And the White Sox, as I said, have been slumping lately on the board and in 10-minute ticker. The White Sox will now drop to 65 and 62. The Devil Rays go to 62 and 66. Final line score coming up. For the Devil Rays, 9 runs, 14 hits, no errors. For the White Sox, 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Dave Eiland. He's going to go end up with the win. And John Snyder is going to get the loss. Albie Lopez is going to get a hold. So that'll do it there for tonight's game. And it was pretty fun to roll it just quickly like that. But we're not done. We still got a 10-minute ticker coming up. So don't go away. Thank you all for joining me for some late night baseball. Very late night baseball. I usually don't play like this at night, but I still wanted to get the game in. I'm glad for all of you that did decide to join in tonight for a little baseball action. After watching some great college football this weekend. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker brought to you by FastScore Baseball. Thank you there, K-Fan. So the White Sox get beat by the Devil Rays 9-4. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. August 26th, Baltimore, Kansas City. Orioles, 15-33, that is 5. Royals 10-23, and that is 3, and that is a win for Baltimore. Giants and the Cubs. Giants 23-55, that's 10. Cubs 6-61, that is 6, a win for the Giants. Diamondbacks and the Marlins. D-backs 15-53, that is 8. Fish minus 241, that is 2, a win for Arizona. Reds and the Expos. Reds 1135, that is 5. Expos 246, that is also, and that is, no, 246 is 4. That game will belong to the Reds. Rocky and the Pirates. Rockies 10-22, and that's 3. Pirates 11-43, that is 6. Raise the Jolly Roger. Milwaukee at the Padres. Brewers 663, and that is 7. Padres 861, that is also 7, and they'll go to extras. And let's see, Milwaukee rolled a 3 plus 0. Padres rolled a 1 plus 1 is 2, and that will be a win for the Brewers and extras. August 27th, Anaheim at Boston. Angels 345, that is 4. Red Sox 855, that is 6, a win for the Bo Sox. Oakland and the White Sox. Athletics 945, that is 5. White Sox 766, that's 10. And the White Sox needed that win. Tampa Bay at Cleveland. Devil Rays 716, that is 2. Indians 1534, that's 6. Win for the Tribe. Baltimore at Detroit. Orioles 12-13, 2 runs. Tigers 621, 2 runs. They'll go to extras. Baltimore rolled a 3 minus 4 is -1. The Tigers rolled a 1 plus 1 is 2, and that will be a win for the Tigers in extras. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals 953, that is 6. Twins 413, that is 1, a win for the Royals. Mariners and the Yankees. Mariners 824, that is 3. Yankees 1335, that's 5, a win for the Yanks. Texas at the Blue Jays. Rangers 1232, that's 5. Blue Jays 1023, that's 3, and a win for the Rangers. Mets and the Diamondbacks. I don't think my Mets are going to catch the Braves, but let's just keep on hoping. Can my Mets get a win? Mets 664, and that is 8. Diamondbacks, though, 1164, and that is 9. This has been a very frustrating 10-minute ticker for the Mets this whole season. Marlins and the Astros in a doubleheader. Marlins 225, and that is 2. Astros 1224, and that is 4. The Astros take the first. Marlins 663, that is 7. Astros 953, that is 6, and they'll split the twin bill. Cubs and the Dodgers. Cubs 562, 7 runs. Dodgers 1234, 5 runs. A win for the Cubs. Reds and the Expos. Reds 923, that is 3. Expos 415, that is 1. That game belongs to the Reds. Brewers and the Padres. Brewers 756, and that's 6. Padres 1545, and that is 7. And that's going to be a win for the Friars. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates 721, that's 2. Giants 933, that is 4. And the win for the G-Men. Braves and the Cardinals. Come on, Cardinals. Braves 1063, that is 8. Cardinals 442, and that is 4. And that is a win for the Braves. Another thing the Mets got to worry about now is they are the number 4 seed. The Pirates are the 5, and the Pirates are right behind them for that 4 seed. If we're not going to beat the Braves, the Mets would love to have at least the one wild card game. And we'll only have to play one wild card. Who knows? August 28th, Anaheim at Boston. Angels, 746, and that's 5. Red Sox, 1131, and that is 4, a win for the Halos. Oakland and the White Sox. Athletics, 1616, and is 3. White Sox, 835, and that is 4. That's a win for the Pale Hose. Tampa Bay at the Indians. Devil Rays, 933, 4 runs. Indians, 1841, and that's 7 runs, a win for the Tribe. Baltimore at Detroit. We have these two tomorrow night. Orioles, 1041, that is 5. Tigers, 733, that is 4, a win for the O's. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals, 953, 6 runs. Minnesota, 941, 5 runs. Win for the Royals. Mariners and the Yankees. Mariners, 711, that's 0. Yankees, 945, that's 5. Another win for the Bronx Bombers. Texas at the Blue Jays. Rangers, 1246, that is 6. Blue Jays, 1012, that is 1. The Rangers get a little closer to the Oakland Athletics. Mets and the Diamondbacks. Mets, 966, that'll be 11. Diamondbacks, 822, that is 3, and I will get a happy recap. Phillies and the Rockies in a doubleheader. Phillies, 1251, and that is 7. Rockies, 1426, that is 5. Phillies win the first. Phillies, 1754, and that is 9. Rockies, 1044, that is 6. And the Phillies will win both. Marlins and the Astros. Marlins, 233, that is 3. Astros, 1014, that is 2. And the Fish will get the win. Cubs and the Dodgers. Cubs, 946, and that is 6. Dodgers, 1341, and that is also 6. They will go to extras. Cubs rolled a 6. Plus 3 is 9. Dodgers rolled a 1 minus 2. That will be a win for the Cubs and extras. Reds and the Expos. Reds, 1436, and that is 6. Expos, 763, that is 8. That's a win for the Spos. Brewers and the Padres. Brewers, 864, that is 8. Padres, 612, that is 1, a win for the Brew Crew. Pirates and the Giants. Pirates, 1341, and that is 6. Giants, 945, that is 5, and the Pirates will get the win. Braves and the Cardinals. Braves, 941, that is 5. Cardinals, 212, that is 0, and that's a win for the Braves. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night, back to the original time, 8 o'clock. It'll be August 29th, our final game in the month of August before the pennant race. The Baltimore Orioles will take on the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. Jason Johnson for the Orioles, C.J. Nitkowski for the Tigers. That'll be tomorrow night, the last game of the month of August. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me this late at night. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow night, regular time. It is a win for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays here at the Juice Can. They go ahead and beat the White Sox 9-4. See you guys tomorrow night at the regular time. Bye now.